Have you turned on your shower lately and felt like you were standing under a light drizzle instead of a real shower? You twist that handle, you wait for that powerful, satisfying stream of water, and instead you get these weak, uneven little squirts going in every direction except where you actually want them. Some of the holes might not even be working at all anymore, and the ones that do work seem to be shooting water sideways instead of straight down where you need it. And when you finally get close enough to look at your shower head, you see it. That crusty, chalky, white buildup covering the whole thing like a bad case of mineral dandruff. If this sounds familiar, I want you to know something right away. You are not alone, and this is not your fault. This happens in millions of homes across the United States every single day, especially if you live somewhere with hard water. But here's the good news. And I mean really good news. You do not need to call a plumber. You do not need to buy a brand new shower head. And you definitely do not need to spend your Saturdays scrubbing with a toothbrush until your arm gives out. All you need is one simple plastic bag. One common kitchen ingredient you probably already have sitting in your pantry right now, and about 10 minutes of patience. That's it. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I took a shower head that looked like it belonged in a haunted house and turned it back into a strong, clean, fully working shower head, without taking a single thing apart and without spending a dime on fancy cleaners. So, stick with me, because what happens in the next few minutes might just save you hundreds of dollars and a whole lot of frustration. And if you've ever felt embarrassed having guests use your shower because of how weak or spotty the water pressure looked, today we're fixing that for good. Together. Step by step. Using something so ordinary, you probably walked right past it in your kitchen this morning. Problem explanation. Let's talk about why this happens in the first place. Because understanding the problem makes the solution feel a lot less like magic and a lot more like simple common sense. Most homes in the United States get their water from sources that carry dissolved minerals in them, mainly calcium and magnesium. This is what we call hard water. Now, hard water isn't dangerous to drink or bathe in, but it does one really annoying thing. Every single time water flows through your shower head and then evaporates, it leaves behind tiny traces of those minerals. At first, you don't even notice it. It's such a small amount that it seems harmless. But here's the part most people miss. This happens every single day, multiple times a day, shower after shower, week after week, month after month. And slowly, without you even realizing it, those tiny mineral deposits start building up layer after layer inside the little holes of your shower head. Over time, this buildup hardens into that white, chalky, crusty coating you see on the outside, and even worse, it clogs up the tiny nozzles on the inside where you can't even see it. That's exactly why your water pressure drops. It's not your plumbing. It's not your water heater. It's not some expensive, hidden issue in your walls. It is simply mineral buildup blocking the path of the water, and the fix for that is actually a lot simpler than most people think. Many folks panic and think they need a plumber. Or they go out and buy a whole new shower head, spending anywhere from $20 to $80. Only to have the same problem happen again in a year or two if they live in a hard water area. Here's the truth. Replacing the shower head doesn't fix the real issue, because the real issue is mineral buildup. And that mineral buildup will just come right back on the new one too, if you don't know how to prevent and treat it properly. Some homeowners even go as far as calling a plumbing company, paying a hefty service fee just to have someone come out, look at the shower head for 2 minutes, and tell them exactly what I'm about to tell you for free right now. It can feel a little frustrating once you realize how simple the real fix actually is, especially if you've spent money in the past trying to solve this the expensive way. So instead of masking the problem with a new fixture or spending money you don't need to spend, we are going to go straight to the root of it and dissolve that buildup right where it lives. Using something so simple, it almost feels too easy to be true. But I promise you, easy does not mean ineffective. Sometimes the simplest solutions really are the best ones, and this is one of those times where patience and a little bit of natural acidity do all the heavy lifting for you. What you need. Now let's talk about what you'll need for this. And I promise you, this list is short, cheap, and things you probably already own. The star ingredient here is plain white distilled vinegar. You can find this in any grocery store in the United States for just a couple of dollars a bottle. And chances are, you might even have a bottle in your kitchen cabinet right now. Vinegar is acidic, and that acid is exactly what breaks down and dissolves those hard mineral deposits without damaging your shower head. Next, you'll need a simple plastic sandwich bag or a small plastic grocery bag, something that can hold liquid without leaking. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive, just a regular bag you probably have a whole box of in your kitchen drawer. Then, you'll need a rubber band, a hair tie, or even a piece of string or twist tie, anything that can hold the bag snugly in place around the neck of your shower head. And finally, you'll want an old toothbrush or a soft scrub brush for a little bit of gentle scrubbing at the end, along with a clean cloth or old towel to dry everything off when you're done. And maybe one more towel to lay down on the shower floor, just in case any drips happen along the way. That's the entire list. No harsh chemicals, no expensive gadgets, nothing you need to order online and wait a week for. Just vinegar, a bag, something to tie it with, and a little bit of patience. Doesn't that already feel like a relief compared to the idea of calling a plumber or ripping out your whole shower head? I want you to really sit with that for a second, because so many cleaning problems in our homes get blown up into these big, scary, expensive projects in our minds, when, in reality, the solution has been sitting quietly in our kitchen cabinet the entire time, waiting for us to give it a chance. That's really the heart of this whole video, proving to you that you don't need to overcomplicate home care to get real results. Step-by-step process. All right, let's get into exactly how to do this, step by step, nice and slow, so you can follow along easily, no matter your experience level with home repairs. Because trust me, this requires zero handyman skills and no tools whatsoever. Step 1. Fill your bag with vinegar. Take your plastic bag and pour in enough plain white vinegar to fully submerge the head of your shower head once you place it inside. You don't need to fill the whole bag, just enough so that when you tie it around the shower head, the vinegar completely covers all those little holes where the water sprays out. This is important because the vinegar needs direct contact with every clogged nozzle to actually dissolve the mineral crust sitting inside them. If you only pour a small splash in, only part of the shower head will get cleaned, and you'll end up wondering why some spots still look crusty afterward. So take your time here and make sure there's enough vinegar to fully cover the entire spraying surface. Roughly 1 to 2 cups, depending on the size of your shower head. Step 2. Attach the bag to the shower head. Now, gently lift the bag up and slide it over your shower head so the entire head is submerged inside the vinegar. Once it's positioned so that the shower head is fully covered, take your rubber band, hair tie, or string and wrap it tightly around the neck of the shower head, right where it connects to the pipe. You want a snug seal here so the vinegar doesn't drip and leak out while it's working. Think of it like giving your shower head a nice little vinegar bath, letting it soak right where it needs it most, without having to unscrew anything or take any tools to it. If you're worried about a mess, you can place a towel underneath just in case a few drops escape. But a properly tied bag should hold everything in place just fine, and most people find that after the first try, they get a real feel for exactly how tight to wrap it. Step 3. Let it soak. Here's the part most people get wrong. They think a quick 5-minute rinse will do the job, but that mineral crust has been building up for months, sometimes years, so it needs a proper soak to fully break down. For light buildup, 10 minutes can genuinely make a noticeable difference. And that's the beauty of this method for anyone who wants quick results. However, if your shower head looks especially crusty and heavily coated, I recommend letting it sit for closer to 30 minutes to a full hour for the deepest clean. The acid in the vinegar works the entire time it's in contact with the mineral deposits, slowly softening and dissolving that hard white crust, both on the outside surface and, more importantly, inside those tiny spray nozzles where the real blockage is happening. This is really a set it and forget it kind of step. Go ahead and do something else around the house while it soaks. Fold some laundry, start on breakfast, water your plants, and come back once the timer goes off, letting the vinegar quietly do all the hard work for you in the background. Step 4. Remove the bag. Once your soaking time is up, carefully untie the bag and remove it from the shower head. Be gentle here since the vinegar may drip a little. You can pour the used vinegar down the drain. It's completely safe for your pipes and won't cause any harm to your plumbing system. And there's no need to dispose of it in any special way. Step 5. Scrub away loosened buildup. Now, take your old toothbrush and gently scrub around the surface of the shower head and around each individual nozzle hole. You'll immediately notice something wonderful happening. That hard, stubborn white crust that used to feel like it was cemented on there is now soft, loose, and comes right off with barely any effort. This is the moment where all that vinegar soaking really pays off. Because instead of scrubbing and scrubbing for 20 minutes with sore fingers and getting nowhere, you're simply wiping away buildup that has already been broken down for you. Take your time on this step and go hole by hole if you need to, gently working the bristles into each nozzle so the loosened mineral debris comes free completely. And don't be surprised if you see little white flecks rinsing away as you go. Step 6. Run hot water through it. Once you've scrubbed away the visible buildup, turn on your shower and let hot water run through the shower head for about 1 to 2 minutes. This flushes out any leftover loosened mineral particles from inside the nozzles, along with any lingering vinegar smell. Watch closely here, because this is often the moment people are waiting for. You'll start to see the water spray becoming more even, more consistent, and noticeably stronger than before. Almost like watching your shower head wake back up after a long nap it didn't know it needed. Step 7. Dry and admire your work. Finally, take your clean cloth and gently wipe down the shower head to remove any remaining residue and give it a nice clean shine. Take a step back and really look at it. No more white crusty buildup. No more clogged uneven spray. Just a clean, refreshed shower head ready to give you that strong, satisfying water pressure you remember from before. The kind that makes your morning shower actually feel like a shower again. Final results. Let's talk about what this actually feels like once it's done, because the transformation truly is something you have to experience to fully appreciate. Before this method, you're dealing with a shower head that sprays weak, uneven streams of water, sometimes shooting off at odd angles because certain nozzles are completely blocked, while others are only partially clogged. It can feel more frustrating than relaxing, especially when you're trying to rinse shampoo out of your hair or just enjoy a peaceful morning shower before starting your day. After doing this vinegar bag method, the difference is honestly night and day. The water sprays evenly across every single nozzle, the pressure feels noticeably stronger, and instead of that annoying scattered spray pattern, you get one smooth, consistent stream, just like the day your shower head was brand new, fresh out of the box. And here's the best part. You achieved this without spending money on a new fixture, without calling anyone for help, and without using any harsh chemicals that leave behind strange smells or residue. Vinegar is natural, it's safe, and it's something you can trust using again and again without worrying about damaging your plumbing or your skin. Many people who try this method for the first time are genuinely shocked at how such a simple, inexpensive trick can outperform expensive commercial cleaners they've tried in the past. It's one of those moments where you realize the simplest solution was sitting in your kitchen the entire time. And honestly, that feeling of relief and satisfaction is what makes sharing this method so worthwhile. For anyone dealing with the exact same frustration you were feeling before you pressed play on this video. Maintenance tips. Now that you've got that shower head looking and working like new again, let's talk about how to keep it that way for as long as possible. Because prevention really is easier than repeating a deep clean over and over. If you live in an area with hard water, and many parts of the United States absolutely do, I recommend doing this vinegar soak once every 1 to 2 months as a simple maintenance habit. Think of it like changing the oil in your car. You don't wait until something breaks down completely. You do a little bit of regular care to prevent big problems down the road. And the same logic applies perfectly here. Another helpful tip is to keep a small spray bottle filled with a mixture of half water and half vinegar under your sink. After your shower, give the shower head a quick spray and wipe it down with a cloth. This tiny habit, taking less than 30 seconds, can dramatically slow down new mineral buildup before it ever gets the chance to harden. If you want to go a step further, some people choose to install a simple shower head filter designed to reduce the amount of hard minerals passing through in the first place. Though this is completely optional and not necessary if you're happy doing a vinegar soak every couple of months as your main routine. The most important thing to remember is that consistency beats intensity. A little bit of regular care will always be easier and cheaper than letting buildup sit for years and then dealing with a much bigger cleaning job later. Set a reminder on your phone or a note on your calendar and treat it like any other small home upkeep task, right alongside changing air filters or checking smoke detector batteries. So it becomes second nature, rather than something you have to remember on your own. And there you have it, a shower head that looked absolutely hopeless, covered in that thick, white, crusty buildup, brought back to full strength using nothing more than a plastic bag, some plain vinegar, and about 10 minutes of patience. No plumber, no expensive replacement parts, no harsh chemicals, just a simple trick that actually works because it targets the real root of the problem instead of just covering it up. If you try this method in your own home, I would genuinely love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let me know how it turned out for you. And don't be shy about mentioning how bad your shower head looked before. Because trust me, we've all been there and there's no judgment here at all. If this video helped you out even a little bit, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. It really does help this channel grow so I can keep bringing you these simple, honest, and budget-friendly home cleaning solutions every single week. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell, because I've got another video coming up very soon showing you how to deal with that stubborn hard water buildup around your faucets and sink handles using this exact same kind of simple approach. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of that shower head, and I will see you in the very next video.